Well, he's the young wildlife warrior who's grown up in front of the world. Robert Irwin is part of one of Australia's most iconic families.
Yeah, but when the 11-year-old isn't hanging out with crocs, he's getting a little snappy himself. Bindi might be dominating the dance floor, but her little brother has got some tricks of his own. Robert Irwin is your average 11-year-old. He loves playing in the backyard and feeding the family pets.
And today is the day, for the first time since he was 2, that I won't hear, "When can I feed a saltwater crocodile?"
That was really, really cool. That was definitely the best birthday present ever.
With his khaki clothes and cheeky grin, Rob has all the trademark traits of an Irwin.
G'day and welcome to Australia Zoo.
Though only 2 years old when his father, Steve, passed away, Rob has followed closely in his dad's footsteps, inheriting his passion for wildlife.
My memory of Dad, he was really, really passionate in every single thing that he did. And I think it's really important to carry on what he did.
Now, the little croc hunter is sharing his other pastime with the world, giving his snappy mates a run for their money and living life behind the lens.
Is that the way into Robert's heart?
That is the way into Robert's heart. If you love dinosaurs, if you love photography.
How about mountain biking?
Mountain biking?
Yeah,
Preferably all three.
He just makes us smile, this guy. Robert Irwin and Mum Terri join us live from LA now. Good morning, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Kylie. Hey, Larry. How's it going?
Hey, we're going okay, but you are so busy over there. How are you finding the whole LA lifestyle? You're there, obviously, supporting Bindi. Robert, how are you going with that?
Yeah. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. It's really different to life at Australia Zoo because we're used to waking up to the sound of all of the amazing animals, you know, the tigers and the crocodiles. But over here, it's a lot different because it's kind of in the middle of a massive concrete jungle. So it's been a lot to get used to. Yeah. But it's been a lot of fun. And I'm so proud of Bindi as well on Dancing with the Stars. She's doing an amazing job.
Yeah, LA is kind of like a bit of a jungle, isn't it, Terri? We were speaking earlier about what an amazing routine that was last night of Bindi's, just quickly.
Oh, it was incredible.
Yeah.
And I love that she picked Grace Kelly as her icon. She was just a very beautiful, elegant woman. And the dance, I thought, was definitely Bindi's best. It was fantastic. Really proud.
Yeah. Okay, so now, beautiful. Robert, let's talk about this photography thing. This is exciting.
Yes.
When did you start taking interest in photography?
Well, I've been interested in wildlife and conservation practically my whole life because growing up with Dad was just amazing because he was the most amazing and adventurous person you could ever imagine. Mm-hmm. But he also had a very artistic mind and loved taking photos. So I think I got a lot of my photography off of Dad, and also, you know, growing up in the zoo around so many breathtaking animals and traveling around these incredible spots, I've always loved just being able to capture it, and especially nature, because the things that go on even in your own backyard that you'd have no idea about, it's amazing. And
yes, your backyard is a little different to most little boys' backyards, Robert.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Do you have a favourite animal to photograph? I saw one of your pictures there, and it looked like an eagle carrying a fish. That was pretty amazing. I'm going to say eagle. It may not have been an eagle.
Yeah, it was an osprey, which is similar to an eagle. So I think birds have always been my greatest passion because they're very difficult to photograph, but are very rewarding as well because often, you know, you'll see them swooping down to grab a fish or like eating little lizards, and no matter what, it's always a challenge, but it's always a lot of fun to photograph wildlife. And I hope that through my photographs I can empower younger kids to get outside and enjoy conservation and be able to take photos for themselves as well.
Terri, sorry, I couldn't help but look at your face then when Robert's speaking. I guess from every parent's perspective, it's like you want them to find their way, find their path, find something they love and they're passionate about. And you couldn't be prouder of that little guy there of continuing to fly that conservation flag.
Yeah, Robert's amazing. And I think it's a real achievement when you see your kids doing things better than you can do. And already his photography skills have far surpassed what I could ever do. And it's the same thing with being here with Bindi. I mean, I don't know where that dancing gene came from either, but
It certainly didn't come from Dad. I can guarantee it did not come from Dad.
no.
No.
But I'm so proud of Bindi and Robert, and for Robert finding his own path and his own passion. And his photography is going so well, he actually got to judge a National Geographic photo competition, so I was really proud of him for that.
Oh, good on you, Robert. Tell us, Terri, about how life is working for you guys at the moment. So obviously Australia's home, but then you're in the States at the moment, and you do distance education. Can you sort of give us a bit of an insight into what life is like for the Irwins at the moment?
Yeah, well, we're really lucky with Australia's distance education program because we can continue doing school and it doesn't matter about the time difference. So while Australia is all waking up right now, we've been up for hours, and that can be a bit of a challenge as well. And we miss home, but it's nice that we can take everything on the road and be together as a family. So every morning we have breakfast and dinner together and just talk about Bindi's dances or what Robert photographed. He put hummingbird feeders on our veranda in our tiny little apartment. And so he just sits after school and photographs the hummingbirds that come to have a little feed. And, we've kind of made it home away from home.
Yeah.
But of course, Australia Zoo will always be where our heart lies, and we can't wait to get back.
Now, Robert, Steve Irwin Day, it's a day, right? Steve Irwin Day is the 15th of November, so coming around quick. What do you want us to know or think or do on that day? How do you want Australia to celebrate that day?
Yeah, well, Steve Irwin Day is going to be so much fun because it's all about celebrating Dad's life, and he was the true wildlife warrior and such an incredible person who inspired millions of people around the world. And it's all about really celebrating his life. And at Australia Zoo we have a lot going on. We've got some really awesome people coming in to kick off the day. We've got Daniel Merritt, who is an amazing football player for the Brisbane Lions. He's going to be coming in to celebrate. And we're also encouraging people to have a backyard camp out. So wherever you are in the world, you can invite all of your friends and family to come and pitch a tent and, have a nice barbecue, even if you don't really have a backyard. It's always a lot of fun. And so people can come in and pay to go to these backyard campouts, and then all of the money raised will go to Wildlife Warriors to help the incredible wildlife. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be a great day.
Hey, every time I camp out in Auntie Kylie's backyard, she calls the cops. But that's another story. Thank you, guys. Thanks so much, guys.
So great
We're
to
really
see
excited.
you. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys too, and just to hear the Australian accent again is wonderful.
It's so good.
It's great. And on Steve Irwin Day, we'll have our pop-up tent in the apartment and our indoor grill, so we'll be doing it.
Excellent. Excellent. Thanks, guys, so much.
Beautiful. Nice to chat to you. Enjoy your time there. I know you are. Bye.
You too. Thank you so much.
Thanks.